Alright, good afternoon. I got the new Turbo Max out here in the corn stalks. Seeing how she does. I got the gangs angled at 3, and it looks like it's tearing it up pretty good. I know it's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. I know my dad thinks these things are supposed to work like this, but really you just want to run them an inch or two deep and just tear the residue up, get a little bit of soil on it, and that's what she's doing. I'm sure when he gets here, he's gonna put her 4 or 5 inches deep, and that's the problem we're running into with her turbo till. It just wears it out. But this is what she's doing. She's doing good. Pulling her at 10 miles an hour. She's using half a power. So this 8335's got plenty of power to yank her down. So seems like she does anyway. But she's doing pretty good. Just getting all my lines and everything set for the GPS. And rolling through her. I got her set on 4.5 now. She's still 9.8, 10 mile an hour. Doing a good job chopping. See the difference down that line? She's doing it just what she's supposed to do. This is what she's designed to do. I do like this better than our turbo till. We got probably an inch and a half of rain last night, so taking a little breather from cutting corn. We had to replace an air valve on one of the hoppers. We got to spread manure tomorrow on this ground for wheat. So we're trying to get everything hooked up, checked over, so we can start knocking that out. So corn harvest is on hold. All right, I'm back at it. We got the valve done. I don't know if we got the lines hooked up right because my brother didn't take pictures or a diagram, but we're gonna fool with that in the morning. I'm tired of fooling with it. We got everything hooked up, but we're gonna mess with that in the morning. So I'm back out here with the, as you can see, this Turbo Max does a really good job. I got her set on almost 5, like 4 3/4, and we're rolling with her, pulling her 9.8 miles an hour. And the John Deere guy here, he's working on my 8335R, this is my brother's. And he said the new style tractors with the filter and all that burn off crap, you know, I just use her basically for planting. And even though it's a 16-row planter, it really don't put a strain on her. And we spread some manure with her, but that doesn't strain her. He said every once in a while with these tractors, you want to hook up something heavy, like the big disc we got or a ripper. And he said you want to put them under a strain because they got to get hot and heated, and that's what keeps that filter burnt off. And he's thinking where we don't never, like this one, we don't have no problem because we always keep her under a load. Both of our planters really don't put that 8335R, it really doesn't put her under a load. You know, even though they're big planters, or they're not big planters anymore, but they're, you know, big to what they used to be. And so he said that you got to keep them under a load every once in a while. That it helps them burn the soot and everything, gets them hot enough. When her, you know, it keeps her power bar up, gets her hot, gets her burning off. So he's thinking that's what her problem is. We're not straining her. You know, that's a lot of horsepower on these tractors. And you know, these turbo tills, even though I'm pulling at 10 mile an hour, it's not really straining it, but it does keep her power bar up. She's still running 2180 RPMs, but it's a steady load is what he's talking about. It's just a steady load on her. Like I said, I'm rolling with her. It doesn't tell her nothing. But, so we're probably going to unhook our big articulated and hook the disc up, and that's going to keep a load on her full time, and we'll see how it goes. So, tractor was doing great. Now all of a sudden we're starting to have problems with all this government bullshit that you got to have on these tractors. It's just ridiculous. So that's the problem we're running into, but I guess we'll start correcting that. You know, if you don't know, you don't know. That's why it's better, he said, if you can find like a 2010 or 2011 8R that doesn't have this ECR or bull crap, whatever this stuff's called on here. He said it's best to buy them instead of the new stuff, because it's always got problems, and it's dumb that the government is making this stuff happen. I mean, it's just, they want to put it on the highway, whatever, but why in the hell do you need to do this out in the middle of a field, have equipment that does this? It's just all dumb. I mean, it's just more government interference that screws up everyday American people. It's just, gosh, I'm just sick of it. But anyway, now I'm rolling, doing this long inroad here. But she's toting her. She does keep her power bar up, but she doesn't, you know, she's not struggling. I mean, she's steady rolling 9.8. So, and we did get some rain last night, so the ground's a little sticky, but I'm sending it. Sending it. Gotta make sure I don't get Mr. Ben's beans. I'm not getting them, Ben. I'm not getting them. Pretty beans, though. It does a good job. It's just one pass. I mean, it tears it up pretty good. Very happy. I do got the wings locked down hydraulically, keep them on continuous, but I will say this Turbo Max better than the Turbo 2. It does a hell of a job. That's just one pass. So, very happy with it. It was a very good purchase. We needed it. Good morning. It is Thursday. We got to clean out these chicken houses, but until they get here, we're gonna have to do the door shed. We got a bro over there waiting. So we're spreading it on some of the corn ground we got open for a wheat crop next year. So we got to get everything emptied, so all winter long they're able to fill the shed up. That's the plan today. We got my brother on one tractor, I'm on this one, and Pop's on the loader. It won't take long to knock this out. I'll let you watch Pop do his work. I'm gonna start watching some YouTube here.
There are many good jobs, but none of them compares to the greatest. Farming.
Alright, well, we're gonna go try some of that corn over there. So I'm headed down the runway. There's a little grass lane that separates these fields. I can get right to it. Alright, so this is the first pass in here, so I'll show you what it's doing. Got rows of, that's a different field. It's all connected though. It just goes a different way. So it's not doing too bad. This is seed salt 1087. Half of it, that part right there is 1087. And that is decob, I don't know the number, 62, 55 or something. It's 112 day over there. But we're gonna cut that. You can almost see the two different varieties of it. Where I didn't plant anything right there with the planter. I guess it didn't turn on in time. Right next to the filter strip. That's what it's doing right here on the first inrow. I'm going to show you the yields anyway, because I don't care what other people say. I don't have nothing to hide. I don't care if they're 100. Well, I do care if they're 100, but I'm going to show you if they're 100. So, this is what the first, and the deer do eat that first couple rows bad. They'll walk right down these filter strips. There's a little field across the driveway. I'm going to go knock it out first. I'm just trying to get over here. The combine's too wide to come up the main drive to get here. So, I'm just trying to get over there to it. That's the field that I'm going to cut. Open this field up. I slowed my, there you go, there's a horrible thing right here. There's a wet spot. See some grass. It stops right about up there, but it's a wet spot here, so there you go. Just so everybody can see that it's not 300 bushels right here. See the grass, the water lays here real bad, but it ends right about there. And we've cut a ditch, we've done everything, and still can't get it to stop laying water here. We built it up. It's just how the ground, I guess, always be. It should start building back up again once I get out of here. I slowed my rotor down. I was running like 370, but I noticed I was grinding some corn, so I slowed her back a little bit. So I guess I would have had higher yields to piss everybody off a little bit more if I had just slowed her down earlier, but you never know that. You keep watching. I mean, you're constantly changing, or I am. I'm constantly changing settings on the combine. Depends on how the corn is. So, there's the old painter belt. First inroad right here by the driveway. Yeah, it'll build up once you get out of that wet spot. So this is sand. I don't know if you can see this driveway. I'm actually coming up a hill, sand hill here. So that's pretty damn good. I'm getting ready to crest the top of the sand hill right now. So I'd say that's pretty good for a sandy spot. Yeah, because that's nothing but sand. Nothing but it. But it's still doing good. I'm going to go over and open this field up, so I'll get back with you. It's not a very big field, a lot of turning. I will be back with you shortly. Old 1087's hanging in there. It's not got the high yield, but it's still doing good. We'll have to see what that decob does. They're side by side, so we'll see. Oh, look who it is bringing me lunch and wanting to ride. Got the boss lady out here. Leave it to her to drive a BMW out in a farm field with mud. Alright, so I'm back on the vetch corn here at the home farm, and it's going pretty good so far. I'm up on a sand hill right now. And I'll show you what our sand hills are like. This is a sand hill. You see there's some grass out there and that. That's just where it got dry. Didn't really grow much, and I'm on top of it right now. This is the sand hill. I just come off of a good spot, so watch how far down it drops on a sand hill, and you'll see what we go through in Maryland. It's going to keep going down further than that. I'm getting ready to come out of it, I don't know, right about now. But you see it went down to 32. There was nothing there, even in vetch. It just didn't have the water. It just couldn't hold it. That's just dead sand right there. So you'll see she'll start coming back up. It's just real small areas, but those small areas really hurt you. Really hurt you. I think so. So that just shows you the good and the bad of the field. That's what really kills your overall average on the field is that. And I'm still on sand. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that big hill right there. I'm on that big hill, but this part of the ground is held water better than it's on the edge of the sand hill. Them spots are about the size of a combine when you go over them. Man, it just kills you. It just kills your overall average. People just don't realize out west that don't, all have all topsoil, and they get done with their field. Their field shows 300 and something bushel. That's because they didn't have a bad spot like that. that to happen with. Now I'm headed back over here again. Tyson closed at 3, so there weren't no sense in wasting time loading another trailer. So I went back, or where we stored at, they're there till 5. So I went ahead and loaded my brother with Dad so he could get in there. It is 4:30 or 4:41, so it only takes 5 minutes to get there. And so I'm gonna go back over here. I got one trailer loaded. I'm getting ready to go load another one. Going down the runway. And I see they dropped the cover crop trailer off for the airplane, so I guess they just did move out of here, so I guess they're gonna come back and do some more. They should have just stayed here. Really? I don't know. But that's where I'm headed. Good looking wheat beans. Look at them wheat beans, boy. Good looking wheat beans. Alright, good morning. Well, it's good afternoon. It's 12:19 on a Friday. So I am cutting decob. I think it's called 6270. It's a 112 day. It is currently doing 266 wet and 245 dry. Well, it's changing. 273 wet, 292, 277. It's doing alright. It's not doing as good as the sea consultant. I'm not a fan of decob, but anytime you can get 270, 280 out of it, 285, 307, 304, then it's not doing bad, I guess. So, like I said, I'm more of a, never been a fan of decob. I know they win a lot of awards, but that's because the guys are cutting 116, 118 day corn at 30% moisture. But I don't know. I guess that's, they're cutting just 10 acres too. But I am running auto steer. I need to get my auto steer to work on the corn. So that works pretty good now. So now I can video. Hands free. Pay attention to the rest of the combine. Change my screen up a little bit. I still got the other ones. That's the one I normally run. That's the one I'm running now. So I'll show you what it's doing here in a second. I'll flip the camera around. We got done cleaning out the chicken houses this morning. We just been busy doing. I got the ripper hooked up for some. I'm gonna do some inroads. So just been doing a bunch of little stuff. So now I'm in the combine. Anyway, this is what this corn right here looks like. $296, $315, $276. Going pretty good. Brother, he's just getting back. 2 loads. I got that truck over there. I got some on it. So that's what's going on today. Got extra fire extinguishers now, just in case. $112-day decob. I guess it's getting better. That's a bad low spot over there, so I guess once you get on the good ground, it's doing halfway decent. think it's 6270 is the number of this stuff. It's not sea consultant good, but it's doing good. I think the field's averaging 240 so far. And I had a lot of deer damage in the side back there. I mean, a lot of deer damage. Like they were coming through the beans, getting through the corn. And I've actually pushed a lot of deer out of this field, so they definitely were bitten in here and living in this field. Of course, that farm back there, them woods, that's a big deer haven back there. That's where all the guys hunt. So, but it's doing all right. It's doing better. See what she averages when I'm getting ready to get full here. I don't know if I can make it to the end. That's the end, but I don't know if I can make it. See, there's some flooded out spot. There's some grass. There was a flooded out spot over there from the rain. So, I don't know. We'll see. Hope I can make it to the end. I think I can make it. It says it's full, but I think I can make it to the end. I think so. See what she's doing. Let's hope she don't run over. She is averaging 241. So you take 6 off of that, and that's what she's averaging. Not too bad, I guess. Grain tank go down. I tell you, I remember when they didn't have cameras on combines, you get cab corn a lot. Need a green card. I waste too much time driving to the truck. Especially when I'm way over there. She empty. Cob's getting better. Fields get better this way, a little bit poorer that way. So once I got on this little bit better part of the field, it's really turned on. I'm surprised. Very surprised. She's almost full. She averages when we get to the end here. Got the auger coming out. She's full, but I'm going to make it. Or I'm going to force her to make it anyway. Let's see. 246 is what she's averaging so far. Well, actually 240 because she's 6 bushels off. So she's climbing. She's steady climbing. Yields are holding in there. You can see the yellow is between 200 and 250. And you can see how it's done. You can see where it was wet, and back there where it was wet with the yellow, but it's still over 200. And then the red back there is where the deer damage is, but right there is where it's always wet. And we've drained it, did everything. But now you're getting into good ground. You see all the green? It's green. It'll be green all the way over, all the way up to them trees way up there, all the way around. Good ground. Still hanging in there though. This might actually be the winning corn. I wasn't happy with it at first, but it's starting to do better. I mean, it's only going to get better the further I go. Let's see, can I make it? Let's see, yeah. It'll be close. It'll be close. Still going. The sun's starting to get low. It is 6:29. Corn's still doing pretty good here. This is a 112-day decom still. Still got a lot of it to go. But it's doing good. I got one hopper left to load. And that will be it for tonight. So this will be the end of the video. Please subscribe, watch, share, and yeah, it's just corn cutting. Got a lot to do tomorrow. I'm going to blow the combine off. I have a bearing out on one of the disc blades on the ripper. I got to fix that. Hoover's dropped off parts today, so I'm going to take care of that. I got to hook the turbo till back up to my brother's tractor, and probably get back in the combine after that. So see you later.